Okay, I think I'm live right now, guys. Hopefully, you all can see me. All right, I think, yep, somebody is viewing. So, yeah, welcome everyone. Welcome to my live session tonight. How is everyone doing? Please leave me a comment if you can hear me. If you can hear me good. I've come with my list, guys. I have a list for you. So tonight, my topic or my target is to throw out some words, keywords that I feel like it will be important for a hey Ty, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So I know this video or this session is specifically for those of you that are wanting to start or already starting, and I feel like this keywords, I just particularly just want to like concentrate on keywords because it will be helpful for you to start thinking. Is that it's just a way to like get you guys started. And of course, I've you guys come up with questions that might be helpful to you in this industry. So what I intend to do is, if you guys want, you can take notes, or if we have a volunteer that wants to just type it out while I dictate them, that will be fine. So once I don't know how much time I'm gonna have to do this, but I'm gonna just give out the words there once, and I'll go back and explain it, and or what it means, how to go about each keywords. So the first keyword is quest. You can have that down. Quest. MRO. USTDL. CRL. eScreen. Phone fax. CLIA, which is CLIA. DOT collector. A Shante, welcome. Thank you for joining. And if you guys have any questions, just ask. I think, I don't know if you guys can request to join this video. It will be awesome. This is all new. Facebook have so many new things coming up. I really don't know how to work this, but if you guys can join my live or just type in your questions, I will try to answer. So what I'm doing right now is just giving out those keywords. Again, this keyword is to help you guys fashion your questions, because I know as a beginner, there are so many questions that you really would want to ask. So hopefully these guys, these questions, this keyword will help you. I'm gonna start again, and if we have a volunteer, that volunteer can just go ahead and type those keywords. I did say quest. MRO. MRO. USDTL. CRL. eScreen. Phone fax. CLIA. DOT collector. Policies and procedure. Collection account. Waiver test. POC. DNA. Office space. Office space. That's a very important one. Office space. TPA. Net 30. All right. Credentialing. What is credentialing? Somebody asked me that yesterday. Collaborating physicians, collaborating providers, medical doctor, nurse practitioner. PICOs. What is PICOs? I didn't know what PICO was. What is PICOs? NPI. What is NPI? Reference lab. What is reference lab? EPA phone line. EPA. What is EPA? EPA. HIPP. HIPPA. EPA. CCF forms. What is CCF forms? Alta lab. Alta lab. If you guys want me to type, I hope this video is going to be recorded. Alta lab. All right. Office alley. What is office alley? Chamber of Commerce. Chamber of Commerce. Staffing agencies. I just got that today. Staffing agencies. Probation. Family testing. What are all of this good stuff? So I did mention my first keyword here, although I have lots more, but I'm just, select these few ones. And if this video is helpful, if this is just a test run, if I find it, or if you guys find it helpful, it's something that I'm going to be, continually to do. I did say Quest. What is Quest? We all know Quest. Quest is a lab. If Quest is the most recommended lab that you guys can partner with as a DOT collector, is either you use Quest in your CLIA field if you're not doing DOT. DOT and CLIA is two things. CLIA simply means clinical laboratory independence. Some is a kind of act that the government adopted to enable people like us to perform waiver tests. Waiver tests meaning that a test that are manufactured tests, such as COVID, pregnancy test, like you can stay home and take pregnancy test. So those are considered waiver tests. So once you have CLIA, meaning that you have a waivered lab, your lab, you're performing waivered tests, such as COVID test, drug test. Well, let's take that back. COVID test, UTI, STI, pregnancy test, diabetes test, HIV test. All those tests are considered waivered tests. You're simply applying to your state government to give you your certification, and anybody can apply and get a certificate depending on your state regulation. But the most required form is CM116. That's the name of the form that you're going to fill out. Some state, like my state in Maryland, we require an additional form to, it's subsidized, not subsidized, like another form that you're going to submit along with your CLIA lab. So in some states, you require a medical provider. You need a collaborating physician. If you're a doctor, you can't be a doctor over your lab. So you need a physician to collaborate with. It could be a nurse practitioner, it could be a medical director. Depending on your state regulation, you do need to know your state regs. But most states, all you just need is the CM116 form that you need to fill out. All right. So I did mention Quest. I actually went out of way. So Quest in your CLIA lab or drug testing lab, simply toxicology. I should have put that word too, toxicology. You can partner with Quest and, of course, set up these two accounts. Set up a partner account with Quest. That's what simply Quest means. We usually recommend Quest because they are the most popular and easy to get set up lab with. You can easily, call them and say, hey, you want to set up an account. The most easiest account that you can set up with Quest is the toxicology. And that's for those that are in the drug testing field. MRO, what is MRO? MRO simply is, yes, with CLIA waiver, with those tests such as pregnancy, COVID, strep, yeah, we do have to get CAP surveys. What is CAP surveys? You don't need to get a CAP survey. I don't do CAP. Can you tell me what CAP means? What is survey? Once you have your CLIA waiver, you can do those tests. Once you have your CLIA waiver and you have a doctor, for example, COVID test, you need a doctor's order to do COVID test, and that's all that you need. Once you have a doctor's order or the patient, if you don't have a provider, you can simply ask the patients to bring a doctor's order with them so you can do their COVID test. So I don't know where you need a CAP survey. MRO is simply, people misconstrue MRO for a lab, a provider, a collaborating provider. An MRO is simply a medical review officer, and you only need an MRO within your drug testing lab. You don't need an MRO in a CLIA lab. CLIA is different from drug testing. Drug testing is been around since CLIA. CLIA came all about, well, waiver lab came about when COVID came. So, they just, enable people to be out there and be able to do COVID test. I am a waiver lab, and I don't have all of this college of pathologists. So that means you are in a moderate complex lab. We have different kinds of lab. We have waiver lab. We have moderate complex lab. Waiver lab is just those waiver tests. And it depends on your state. I'm speaking on behalf of my state and what I do, what I've been able to do. I'm only talking as far as what I've done, you know. So, and so MRO is a medical review officer. You don't need an MRO with your CLIA. You only need MRO to do your drug testing review. Once you sign up with any lab, a toxicology account, yeah, a toxicology account, you would require to have an MRO. And all of these labs, when you call them, they will give you a list of MRO. CRL lab is the most cheapest. If you need a, they have the most good rates out there, and their MRO is cheap. $2 you're gonna pay per review, because you need an MRO to review all of your positive test results. So that's what an MRO does. Let me know if you guys need clarity on. Thank you, Chanel. Yeah, we have different types of lab. There is just so many out there, and people misconstrue this for this and that, and people mislead a lot of people. You don't even need a CLIA certificate to do drug testing. You don't need a CLIA certificate to run your drug testing lab. They are two separate things. You only need CLIA to do waiver tests. The only waiver tests are manufacturer tests, such as pregnancy test. Any test, when they say manufacturer, meaning a test that you can open and read the instruction per manufacturer. So, okay, so it's just like that. If you look at pregnancy test, it has the same kind of like kits with the COVID test, because they are just waiver tests. All right. And I did say USDTL. Let's keep moving on. Let's move on. USDTL lab are lab that you can partner with if you want to do hair and nail collection. Hair and nail collections, you need to partner with USDTL lab. They will set you an account up if you do want to do hair and nail collection. CRL is clinical reference lab. They are the cheapest out there. If you can't get with Quest, you can get with CRL, and they have good rates. From my experience, anything that I'm sharing with you guys is based on my experience, because I've done the legwork, I've done the research. I was in the beginning and I didn't know where I was going. So I digged and did my research and got me to where I am right now. And I'm grateful. Exactly. Although you can get to that part. Yeah. You see why we collect. That's why we are just collectors. We just collect and send to this moderate and high complexity lab. Yeah, because they have all of the machine and everything to run those tests. Once you're ready to, invest in these machines, you can then apply to be a moderate and high complexity, such as Quest, such as all of this LabCorp, this big lab. That's what they have. That's what makes the difference with what we do. So the name of the lab for the air and collection is USDTL. They will set you an account up. And Omega does air and nail collection. USDTL does air and nail collection. You can put it on your resume, on your lab, on your website, flyer, so they can know that you also have those services. There are additional services that you can add. The reason, so CRL is better than Quest. Just if you're looking to partner with lab, just go ahead and partner with CRL. You don't need too many labs because you're paying this lab. The only people that pays you are FormFax and eScreen, and they are like a marketplace where if you're listed as a site, you're welcome. If you're listed as a site on there, they send donors to you and they pay you. For FormFax has level 1, level 2. Those are questions that I've been seeing around. People ask, oh, which level should I go? It's like a tier 1, tier 2. If you're in tier 1, your business will appear on the top. So when people are searching, those that are in tier 1 comes up first. Tier 1 with FormFax, they pay you $11. Tier 2 per collection, they pay you $13. But I am with FormFax and eScreen. eScreen will pay you $10 per collection. And eScreen, what they do is they either make you do electronic collection or paper chain collection. Paper chain is CCF, depending on your area. If you guys are oversaturated in your area, they would say, oh, well, they're going to give you an option to choose. Anything that I'm telling you is what I've gone through. So save yourself time, take notes, because this is being done and tested. You don't have to worry about, asking different questions. Some people are genuinely there to help, and some people are there to put money in their pocket. These are free information that I'm giving because I didn't get to have all of this information. It took me a while to get these answers, and I needed them because this is what I've decided to do. I have names of individuals, I have someone in Fun Facts. I've worked with a lot of these people, so I can of course recommend if you want me to mentor you. But these are all free information. Let's not take away from what I said. So CLIA is just simply an application. See, Chanel, what is this CM116? I feel like I'm missing one number. It's 4-digit code. So CLIA is that application that we're going to fill out, send to your state. My state has an additional form that we would have to fill out when we're sending our CLIA application out. DOT collector. Before you can do drug testing, you need to be a DOT collector. It's a course that is regulated by the Department of Transportation, that they require you to demonstrate how to perform 5-mile collection. Once you're able to demonstrate 5-mile collection, whoever is your trainer you are certified and good to go and become a DOT collector. Everybody have different programs. They run it differently. I teach that course as well. Policies and procedure. You need policies and procedure for your CLIA lab. You need a policy. Yeah, so you CM, so 116. So I'm right. Yeah, CM something. I can copy the link and share with you guys. Policies and procedure. There is a certain policy that you guys have to follow, which of course comes with quality and control check. When you're dealing with specimen, there is a Q and assurance, like Q quality and control check that you guys. So you guys need that policies and procedure. Should anybody be walking in your doors, you need to have that binder. Policies and procedure. Some people sell it for different prices. I have one that I can share. But if you've decided to do CLIA, you will see all of those requirements. It's like a lab, so you need a policies and procedure for your lab. Collection accounts. As a new business, as you start, you're still new, I recommend that you partner with labs to be a collector for them, so they get to pay you but that's not what you're going to solely rely on. You still have to go there and put your business on the map. You still have to go there and bid for a contract. You still have to be out there and tell people what to do so that they can give you your contract. You can have, because collection, you can't solely rely on collection. But to start up with, you can set up collection accounts. You can be a preferred site collector for Quest, but that's very hard to get in. To get in request, there's a long waiting list. I am on that waiting list. But of course, Bridge Diagnostic, they're paying $20 per COVID test. So you can partner with Bridge. Bridge Diagnostic is a lab that you can partner with. Of course, that's just for COVID, but for drug testing, you can partner with, there is this other one. They pay per collection. And it just depends. And right now, they also pay for UTI and STI collection. Yes, all of those labs, all you just have to do is do your research, and you will see so many things that people are not even talking about. They are considered as eye complex lab, the one that Chanel just shared with us. Yeah, moderate or eye complexity lab. You can just Google, simple Google search will give you a list of labs, and you can partner with them as a collector and collect for them, and they pay you. POC, we can use that interchangeably as waiver as well. POC simply means point of care. Anything, thank you, Mignon. Anything, those comments actually they are encouraging. I want to see those comments because it just makes me to pour more. When you encourage people, the more the encouragement, the better it becomes. It's not for anything else. It's just we're all business owners and we all know. So I thank you so much again, Mion. So point of care is considered as waiver. Anything that you can test right away that can give you your results right away is that is called point of care, such as UTI. You can run, such as HIV, you can run all of those tests, drug tests. You can do an instant drug test. And if you partner with, if you eventually set up your toxicology account, also ask them, also buy POC drug tests, because that's how you can leverage your business once you become drug test, and once you do have your drug testing lab, because you're going to be doing POC instant, meaning POC simply means instant, point of care, like point of care right there instantly. So that's how you can do mobile drug testing. For those that wants to go mobile, you can just go into these hospitals, into these businesses, you know, into this, all of this places, and just do instant copy and give them their results right on spot. So that's what POC means. I recommend that once you set up your toxicology account, buy some. You can go on Waiver Test. They sell all of those tests, but I didn't go through that route. I just set up with CRL. CRL has very good rates, and I bought my instant cups from them, and I'm using it right now. DNA. You can also add DNA services. 2 ways you can do DNA. As a matter of fact, 3 ways you can do DNA. And I just finally got set up on with the third method. With DNA, you can simply have your DNA account. You can partner with the names, the labs that are doing DNA is, we have, what is the name of this lab? I'm gonna get it for you and come back. Alliance. I'm not with that. Dynamic DNA. Dynamic DNA, they give you seller's rate, meaning that they may be doing DNA tests for $195, but if you're a seller with them, if you have a contract with them, they're going to discount that for you, so you can market and leverage that. So like, seller rate for DNA is $157, and I sell my DNA test for $375, so the other is my profit. So you can do DNA that way. You don't need certification for anything. The only thing that you need certification for is DOT collection. You don't need certification for anything. You don't need it for CLIA. You only apply to the state. They're going to give you if you have a collaborating physician. You pay the physician $300 per month, depending on what you want to pay the collector, the provider that you collaborate with. You don't need anything to do DNA account. Nope, you don't need anything. So you can either do DNA that way to be a reseller. They call, you are considered a reseller. You can be a reseller for all of those DNA kits and put your own price on it. Or it's a new one. I never heard people say this, but that's part of my research that I'm going to share with you guys now. Partner with DDC. Set up as a collector with them. It takes forever, but it's doable. You're going to have to take a test. Once you pass that test, they're going to send you the collection kits, and they are the biggest entity, DNA entity in America. They service immigrants. All the embassies in the world, they send their applicants. Like, there was this lady that I just helped yesterday. She's trying to bring in our children from an African country, and so she came. So they asked her to come to a DNA collection site, which is my site. I tested her, and back home where she's from, the children will go there and do their test, and that's how it's. So you can be a collector for DDC, and they had the most. DNA pays the most. One collection is $30. You imagine you're doing one DNA collection, $30 per collection, as compared to $10 that each screen is paying you. So do DNA testing. Partner with DDC. Office space is one of my keywords. The reason why I did put office space is because it's a requirement for drug testing. There is a certain first choice where your bathroom needs to be set up per DOT regulation. They need you guys to have a single stall bathroom. When you do want to start doing drug collection, DOT collection, drug testing, you need to have like a single store bathroom. If you don't, it's not a deal breaker. You just, all of your collections or all of your drug testing will just be a monitored and observed collection. because I am in a shared bathroom. I don't own like the old suite, so I'm in a shared bathroom space. So all of my drug testing is monitored all the time. But your first choice, if you're looking for office space, should be a private setting where you get to own the bathroom alone. So that way you can do everything per DOT, but per the regulation, which is you have to shut all of this water. You have to tape it. You have to. There is no water, no soap. When you're doing drug testing. Once you take that course, you're gonna understand more. TPA. What is TPA? TPA simply is the third party administrator. Every account that you're setting up, your toxicology account is considered an employer account because you are considered an employer. When you're working as a third party for a business, because they don't have a lab account. You have the employer account. So all of your drug testing is considered you are the one doing it on their behalf, meaning third party administrator, agents, if you will. So that's what that is. Net 30. What is net 30? If you're in a new business, if you want to have business credits, you should have net 30 accounts. Net 30 accounts will make you have, because when you sign up, when you're calling all of this lab, they want to know if your business is reputable. What are you doing? Like they don't want to give anybody, random people, an account, because you guys do need to pay your invoices every month. So they're looking for credibility, credits, credit record on your account. So you can easily set up net 30 accounts. Amazon, get a credit card on your business name on Amazon, because you do need to buy some supplies such as glove, mask, all of those things. Uline has net 30 accounts. Dynamic DNA has net 30 account. If you have an account with Dynamic DNA and you're doing DNA testing, they will report to the credit. You're gonna get credit that way too with Dynamic DNA. So that's why I like that lab as well for DNA. Credentialing. What is credentialing? Some people know, some people don't. Credentialing simply means you're credentialing with Medicaid, Medicare, insurances, the ability for you to accept insurances. If you're in the drug testing world, you don't need insurances. Everything that you're doing is cash down. If you're drug testing, all of these companies, employers, they pay you your money. You're not dealing with insurance. But if you're in the CLIA lab, you do need to be credentialed. My advice, because not everybody can afford to pay for COVID out of pocket. So if you're accepting insurance, the more the better, because that means you're doing good. Everybody wants, like, since I've been seeing people, I've been accepting insurance because I'm credentialed. So that's what credentialing means. And you cannot do credential. Just let us be sincere with ourselves. Find all of these Indian guys to help you with your credentialing. That's their expertise. That's what they do. So they can help you with credentialing. Collaborating physician, I think I did mention, I've talked a little bit on that, meaning that most of us are not doctors, but if you do want to do waiver test, you need a doctor's order to do all of those tests, especially for UTI and STD. And for any test that you want to perform in-house, you need orders for those. You cannot just carry out those tests. That's why a lot of people prefer to have collection accounts. You see how that came back again, collection accounts. And a nurse practitioner or a medical doctor can be your lab director. Actually, I take that back. We cannot actually be our own lab director, but then we do need a collaboration physicians for those order scripts. PICOS is simply the website that you're gonna apply. You use in applying for credential. You don't need to worry a lot about that. Once you do credentialing, once you pay somebody to credential to help you with your insurances, they will take care of that. NPI meaning that you have to have your own unique, it's like a provider social security number. Let's just simplify it that way. Meaning that once you do start accepting insurance, you do need to have your own unique NPI number. So that's how you're gonna bill. So billing, NPI comes and deals with billing and PICOs, all of those good stuff. Reference lab, meaning that reference lab, Bridge is a reference lab. If you do collection with Bridge, they pay you $20. You collect for them, you send your specimen. Depends on the collection. There is this one that I was gonna give out. EPA. It's recommended that you do everything because you're dealing with people's record. Don't assume, because anything can happen. We have scammers, we have hackers that hacks into people's devices, your thing. So your phone company, your devices, your website, everything needs to be EPA. It needs to be confidentially protected. And RingRx, I use RingRx because they are HIPAA compliant. I wish I can share my screen. So yeah, use HIPAA compliant with your anything that you do when it comes to your patient, because you're dealing with patient health records. They needs to be protected. So RingRx is what I use. CCF forms, we all know what CCF form is. It's just the form that you use in doing drug tests. Altalab. Now, Altalab is a good one. You guys may have heard about them. They also pay you per collection, and that's just for those that draws blood. That's only blood related. They don't do insurance, they don't do nothing, but you can set up an account with them and they pay you. They have your business listed on their website, so anybody that needs blood draw within that area can select you and come to you so you can draw blood. So what Autolab does is that they're gonna create a mini account for you in Quest. You're gonna have a Quest account through Autolab, but that's not your account. It is Autolab's account, but Quest will send you all of the supplies that you need to do clinicals, which is blood draw. There are different types of account with Quest. You can either open the toxicology, which is the drug test, that's toxicology, and clinical, which is blood. So it's different types of account that you can set up with all of this lab. Some do, some don't. Some only have toxicology that they only do. Depends on the lab. Again, you have to do your research. Office Alley. What is Office Alley? A lot of people ask, what is Office Alley? Office Alley is simply an electronic EHR. It's an EHR platform. It does two things, and there is a free version and a paid version. With Office Alley, you can use PracticeMate. There is a something inside of Office Alley where it's called PracticeMate. PracticeMate, you use that system to submit all of your claims, your billing. You do billing through that system should you eventually start collecting insurance. Yeah, you need to set it up because Altalab requires you to have an insurance of 1 million, 3 million aggregates. They need it. That's the minimum. If you have insurance, you need to have that insurance, professional insurance or general liability insurance, and it needs to be 1 million, 3 million aggregates. That's that for that. For Office Altalab and Office Alley. So of course, chambers of commerce. Y'all might think it's a good way if you look at it once. If you want to put your business on the map, chambers of commerce will help you, give you that limelight, will help you put you on spots for to help your business. Go through your local agency and sign up with them. They always have events, they always have grants. Anything on, you're gonna be on the known. Anything happening in your area, you're gonna know through this people. Staffing agency, I'm gonna drop that. Staffing agencies should be, a lot of people are not saying it, but I'm beginning to realize they're actually good for your drug testing market. Remember, we do pre-employment screening, right? So staffing agencies should be the number one place to start marketing. People don't tell us all of these things. I just decided to be a mentor because I was lost when I was trying to find my way. So if I can help people, if I can hold people hand and show them the way, I want to do that. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm not really in for the profit because I have numerous ways to make money, to be honest. But I need answers, and then nobody wants to stay right here and help because they also need help. So that's why I'm like, I already found answers to all of these things. So staffing agencies, people are not looking into that. So I think you guys should look into that. Because there are agencies, pre-employment screening, drug testing, work-free drug place. Can we connect all of those words together now? Hopefully it makes sense. Probation, all of this probation. What is probation? Correction officers, they always need drug testing. Family testings. I think that's about it for now. That's all I have on my list. I'm just gonna share this for sharing's sake. If you're in drug testing business as well, you can consider because you're going to be doing DOT and non-DOT. If you have a non-DOT So with DOT, where you can get leads, lead simply means possibility of you getting the actual client. It's not that you're getting the client, like it's a lead. It's, you know, there are people that actually need what you do. And I actually was teaching that course, which is counselors, drug and alcohol counselors always need drugs testing. They need drug testing before they can diagnose and, of course, counsel, help all of this individual. They are counselors. So you're going to target those that are alcohol and drug and alcohol counselors. I'm not gonna, simple random Google search will help you. These are ways to generate leads. If you're marketing, if you want to have contracts, these are the possible people or possible businesses, possible employers that you can reach out to. So I think that's what I have for you guys tonight. Do you guys have any questions? Anything out there that you guys have that I didn't mention? So I hope this video is helpful. It's really hard to talk. Talking is hard, guys. Well, anywho, I'm gonna use this opportunity to remind that I'm having my DOT. If you guys are not certified, take your course with me. And I do also want to say this though. What I've come to realize in this field, because Facebook is such a small world, you would imagine that we all are in the same 20 groups. Like it's the recycling of the same people in the same group. My candid, because my target people, whom I'm addressing, whom I'm dealing with, I'm talking to people that are actually new in this business, because there are so many groups out there, and there are so many mentors out there, and there are so many courses out there. My recommendation to you is that stick to one mentor, stick to one coach, stick to one person. Don't go from here to here, because one is going to do three things to you. One, if you stick and choose, finally say, okay, this is the person I want to go with, don't do this and don't do that. That's my recommendation. He would help you build relationship with that person. You're going to build, one second, I'm going to get to your question in a minute. Now it's going to help you build relationship. And once you have a good relationship, you know what that means. When you have a relationship with that person, they would go extra mile to provide to your needs, and it's going to help you. It would not get you misled. So that's just my recommendation, because I've come to realize everybody's here, everybody's there. Just pick one person, whoever you want to go with, and let that person help you, because everybody has the same amount of information for the most part of it. But you have to do your own work and say, hey, this is my goal, this is who I want to stick with. And once there is a standard connection and relationship there, it will tend to benefit you at the end of the day. Chanel says policies for CLIA and waiver. Yeah, you need policies and procedure. For DOT, not only do I need to, you don't need a professional for DOT and non-DOT. Professional ins, what is that? Professional, what I'm assuming you're saying is a collaborating physician. You don't need any order for that. Once you become, so this is how it goes. Once you do have your DOT collection, once you do have your certificate to collect, you're gonna call this labs, this reference labs, and say, hey, I do want to set up an account. They're gonna open a toxicology account for you, meaning you are able to collect your urine, because you already know how to do that. You send it to them and they process it for you. So they, once you set up an account with any lab that you of your choice, they will send you the kits. They're gonna send you all of those collection cups. They will send you collection cups. All right. They're gonna send you collection cups, CCF forms, DOT, federal regular, all those forms that you can buy, but because you have an account with them, they're gonna send it to you for free. Now remember, Quest will ask you to pay $150. Quest will charge you to set up an account. So that's why I don't necessarily recommend Quest, because also Quest, for one drug test that they run for you, it's like they're gonna say, I'm gonna get to professional insurance in a minute. They are gonna say $15, but CRL is cheaper. For each specimen is $10. So you're saving $3 to $5 if you're with CRL. And of course, they're gonna send you your bags and shipping labels. All of this thing comes with the account that you set up with this labs. So that's just that. I hope I've answered that question. Insurance, yes, you do need insurance for any business that you work, even for your businesses. You need to insure your business. That's what that means. You need to insure yourself as a professional, because if you have injury on site, if you're doing mobile, whatever, you need to have it's just like car insurance, home insurance, phone insurance. They wanted to insure your business too. So my most preferred insurance is CMF. Very good people, because what I've come to realize again is that when you're in the business and you're winning contract, you are partner, you're like you're bidding for contracts. One of the requirements is for you to list them on your insurance policy. If you want to be a vendor for all of these good businesses out there, you're gonna need to have to add them to your policies. I've had like about 10 businesses right now on my policy, and CMF is a very good lab to very good insurance that you can, and they have good rates. CMF. I think Robin was asking me that question. So this is for you, Robin and Chanel. What about LabCorp? You can be a collection. I'm a collection site for LabCorp. LabCorp don't ask us to pay for. It's just hard to get in certain types of account with certain lab. So for me, LabCorp, I'm doing collection for them. With Quest, I have a toxicology account. I'm paying Quest because I am an employer. So I have a TPA account with Quest. You can't get in as a collector for Quest. It's oversaturated. The wait list is long. But for LabCorp, you can get in. I have these numbers. I have these people that I already work with them. They already know me. I've established my relationship with them. If you're in my mentorship group, hey, I can help you with that. So, yep, that's LabCorp. Collection with LabCorp Quest. But I recommend that you just go through, because Quest, you have to pay $150. Who wants to pay $150 when I can as well just get it for free? You know, so CRL is very good. And that's everything that comes with your account setup. They will give you your lab hair bill, like the shipping label, bags, cups, everything, and you can start collecting as soon as you have your account set up. So right now, I recommend you start marketing, start letting people know what you do, if you're already doing. And of course, clinical accounts where you get to provide. Let me share this. This is one that nobody has ever shared that. For some reason, I don't know. Are people trying to, or is it me that I don't know this? Like, I've never just heard people share this. This is another thing that you guys can do. What you can do is actually set up a COVID account with CRL. So, because what FormFox is doing is that FormFox partner with everything that you do with FormFox is through Quest and CRL. So once you have a FormFox account, they're gonna send you supplies from CRL. That's how you can get through CRL. Actually, FormFox deals with CRL basically. CRL handles all of the specimen collection that you do through FormFox. All right. So meaning that you can go and ask CRL to set up a COVID account for you. Once you do have that, let's think now, right? Once you have that COVID account set up through CRL, you're going to take that back to FormFox and ask them to activate your site as a COVID collection site. And a lot of employers are looking for holistic package, meaning that they're looking for one vendor, one location that can cater to their needs, meaning that they can ask their new employee to go to you for COVID test, for drug test, for DOT physicals. That one just came back now. For DOT physicals. Because if you're listed on FormFox as a COVID site, I think you're good. I don't even have that yet. I'm still struggling to have those accounts. But that's what I want to do. That's my next goal right now, to have a COVID account set up through CRL, so that way I can go back on FormFox and enable that option. So that way it's gonna create more visibility for my business. Because if you go on this if you go on this website, if you go and try to, like, search for your website, there is an ability there is a list of things that they're gonna say you do in your location. Yes, electronic collection, yes, check. BAT, which is breath and alcohol, check. Drug testing, check. DOT physical, check. Once all of those services are checked, the more the better for you. So also consider to do BAT. I don't do BAT because the BAT, the breath and alcohol machine, is expensive. But if you have that services, it's a plus for you to have BAT. Also, DOT physical. You can't physical. Is only a doctor that can do physical. So, but if you guys do physical, that's money too right there. That's money too right there. Does anybody have any question? Thank you. Welcome, Chanel. Yep. And I think that's it from here. Okay. Does anybody have any question? I don't remember what I was gonna ask. What I was gonna say. DOT physical. All right, without further ado, I'm gonna end this live. Thank you so much for joining. I hope I've been able to bless you. I hope I've been able to help you. That's my mission. That's what I want to do, to be a part of success story. I want my name to be out there. Oh, hey, yeah, she helped me. That's what I'm looking for. So without further ado, thank you all and have a great night, everyone.